Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I make videos about tech, product reviews, unboxing, events, and other fun stuff. And today's video is a tech video where I will be talking about Python, especially the resources that I use to learn this language. So if you are interested in Python or interested in learning a new skill or learning a new programming language, please keep on watching, and without further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay, so before I start sharing with you how I learned Python, let's get to know Python first and why Python is one of the most popular and in-demand languages for the last 5 years and so. So just a trivia first that the Python programming language is actually derived from Monty Python and not from snakes, which I thought it was when I first learned about Python. But anyways, let's go back to what Python is. So Python is an interpreted high-level general-purpose language which has simple syntax, code readability, and allows you to write in fewer lines. General-purpose coding means that it serves more than one purpose. For example, HTML and CSS are only used for web development. Python does more than web development. It is used for a lot of different purposes like back-end development, software development, data science, scripting, just to name a few. Python is also included in the top programming languages to learn in 2021, and according to one article, the language has experienced tremendous growth of around 18 to 19% the last 5 years, along with other programming languages like Java, JavaScript, C++, Go, and R language. Some of the reasons why Python is one of the most popular language is because it's high level but it's easy to learn, it's in demand, and it's one of the skills that a lot of employers are looking for, and it is a great language for beginners to learn and experts to use. Some of the best things about Python is that it is open source. There's a lot of free documentation that is available online, and this is very helpful if you are just learning the language or if you want to learn more about Python's features and advanced features, its libraries and modules available, and if you encounter an issue and if you are debugging your code. Also, it has automatic garbage collection and GUI programming support. So that is Python in a nutshell, and I think Python is really a good skill to have if you are trying to move up from the IT support position and pursue a different career eventually, just like systems engineering, DevOps, SRE, software engineering, automation, just to name a few. So let's get started with the resources that I use to learn Python. So I started with an online course in Udemy, and it kind of took me a while to find a really nice course for beginners out there, but this one is, I think, one of the best courses for beginners because it is really affordable in Udemy. I got it for $9.99, I think, and you just have to wait for the price to go down, and I think it's very worth it because the course is really meaty. It starts from the basic topics for beginners and it progresses to much more advanced topic for you to learn when you are more comfortable with Python. So it's not just one course for the basics and fundamental and another course that you have to buy for the advanced topics. Like everything is all in this course from basic to more advanced, and I like that it is very interactive. This one is more hands-on because you are doing the activities while you are listening to the lectures.
So the Python course is called 2021 Complete Python Bootcamp from Zero to Hero in Python. This is in Udemy, and the course has 155 lectures and 22 total hours of video. The course is very meaty because it gives you all the basics and fundamentals in the beginning, from setting up Python to the fundamentals like object and data structure basics, down to more advanced topics just like emails with Python, advanced Python, objects and data structures, and also bonus material here. And it has a lot of projects and practice tests as well, just like the final capstone Python project in here. And this course is constantly updated. As you can see, it is the 2021 Python Bootcamp now. So if you want to check out this course, it's in Udemy and it covers a lot of a wide variety of topics. It gives you a lifetime access of over 100 lectures and a lot of projects that you could do.
I also use PDF and books about Python because I believe that when you're studying or learning something new, it is really best to use more than one resource than sticking to just one. So for the PDF, I use Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. And I think this is really good if you have learned the fundamentals and the basics already, because this is showing you the application of what Python can do with scripting and automating stuff. So this is where you really get to apply and test the skills and knowledge that you have learned from the basic online course that you took.
So Automate the Boring Stuff with Python is free PDF, and you can go to automatetheboringstuff.com. If you want to buy the book, you can purchase it online on Amazon if you want a hard copy of it. But if you want the free stuff, it's available online. So when you are done with learning the basics, you can read this book and learn more about the hands-on application on what Python is used for, just like organizing files, web scraping, working with spreadsheets, PDF, and Word documents. That is very important if you want to go into the automation path, and also very good practice with scripting as well. So with every chapter, it shows you and guides you on what to do with the projects step by step, and it also shows you the code on how to do it in Python. And what I like about this is at the end is you get a lot of practice tests and practice questions which can test what you just learned, and Python projects as well. This is very important because this is the application itself on doing Python. Like they have really great ideas for practice projects in here, like this downloading Google Forms data, converting spreadsheets to other format with.
So I also have a Python book and it's called Beginning Python from Novice to Professional. So this is an older book. I think it was published around 2005, but I still like this book, and a lot of the concepts and topics still applies to Python 3 now. And I like that it gives you a lot of details that you might be missing from the online courses, because sometimes online courses cramps everything up and just rushes all of the topics so that you can learn the online course in just a few weeks or months. But if you want to learn more in advance, and if you want a deeper explanation on the topics that you're probably having a hard time understanding, you have to read the book as well to supplement your learning. So let's now move on to the tools that I use in writing my Python code and programs. So when we are writing software codes or programs, we usually use an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment, and it's a software application which enables you to easily write and debug programs. And it also provides features like syntax highlighting and code completion to help user code easily. So for Python, I use two IDE, and one of them is Jupyter Notebook for Python. This is an easy to use interactive environment that supports different programming languages like Python. It is an IDE that is perfect for those who are just starting out and just beginning to learn coding and programming.
So Jupyter IDE looks like this. It's very simple. It is perfect for beginners and when you're just learning, because it is a simplified IDE which just focuses on you understanding the concepts and not trying to figure out the entire IDE itself. So in here, it's very simple to use because you can just type a line of code and it will execute and give you the results for this. And you can break up the code in different cells. So for example, in here, I just have a few lines of codes that I just wanted to try out and test. So this is really helpful in just understanding the concept of this itself, because it's more complicated when you use like the real IDE for this. So this is perfect when you're learning. It's perfect for students.
And another IDE that I use for Python is PyCharm, which is very popular among Python programmers because it is a full-featured dedicated IDE for Python.
So PyCharm is the most popular IDE for Python, and you can download it from the JetBrains website, and they have the free open source version and the professional version if you're using it for work. So you can just download the community version here and just use it for free. Okay, so this is PyCharm Community Edition. Can just add project here. And this is the IDE that is mostly used with Python because it supports all of the Python libraries. And this is really dedicated for Python alone. So that's it.
So the learning doesn't stop when you have finished your online course and your books. And I think it is very important when you are just learning programming that you are practicing a lot, that you are doing it a lot. So it will help you gain more confidence when you are coding, and it will also improve your problem solving skills with the logic and the algorithm that you are doing with your programs, and you will get used to it, and you will also improve on debugging because you are most likely gonna encounter a lot of issues when you are practicing.
So this is w3schools.com, and they have a lot of tutorials for different languages, and there's Python. So they have coding from the basics and very beginning, just from printing hello world, and there's also a lot of different practice tests you could use here on this side. If you just want to practice your for loops, they have like different examples here and practice problems that you could try. So this is very interactive, and it just lets you do the coding and see the results after. So this is HackerRank, and you can practice your problem solving and coding skills here as well. But in here they give you different ranks and skill levels to choose from. They also have different skills as well in here. There's Python, there's C++, data structures, and there's different kinds of skills. Also in coding, there's problem solving, there's language proficiency. So if you want to try that out, there's a lot of different problems here that you could solve. And if you solve the problem, it will give you points, and that points will give you your rank.
Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something from the resources that I have shared with you in how I learned Python. The links for the online course and the PDF will be in the description box below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment it down below as well. And if you are starting your Python journey or you're planning to start soon, please let me know in the comment section down below too. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.